Well, ladies and gentlemen, seeing the fact that we're just about fresh out of time and Streetlight Crusader oil for this milestone show, we might as well bring the 300th episode of the Tuesday Night Special to an emphatic close. But don't worry, if you miss anything, and I do mean anything, for this special Streetlight Crusading milestone show, we got you covered. Because you can catch this show again one more time, all the time, on our SoundCloud, Facebook, or even Tumblr pages, named the same, only known as Music Village Radio, under the hashtag TuesdayNiteSpecial 300. Every time I say a show that has a number in front of it with 2 zeros behind it, I get goosebumps. And as a matter of fact, according to the maestro, by the time this show goes up, it'll be around 3 a.m. Nice! And if you guys want to figure out other crazy and zany things that we still got prepared for this month of extreme, like a milestone show that's in the late night hours at 3 a.m. on the East Coast, but somewhere around midnight on the West, you can go ahead and check it out on our Twitter/YouTube pages, still named the same, only known as COO Agent 0012. And before we head out for the night, and I would like to say this from the bottom of my heart, we would like to thank each and every last one of you, Streetlight Crusaders out there, for listening in to this very special late night insomniatic delight milestone edition of the Tuesday Night Special. And seriously guys, thank you for listening in, whether it's been one episode or all 300 we've came out with. We really do appreciate your support. Keep it up, guys, because we're going till we hit 400 episodes, and maybe further than that. Yeah, because we're looking to have a 4 a.m. in the morning broadcast for the Tuesday Night Special, where Maestro told me it would be physically impossible without breaking the regulations, but we'll find a way. We always find a way. And if any of you guys and gals out there like what you heard, go out there and spread the word. You know what? Like Danger Doom off the song Space Hose Coast to Coast. You know, the certain line they use at the end of that said song. Yeah, PR department knows where I'm going with this one, and they're giving me the thumbs up saying, you picked a good one this week. Oh, thank you. And we would also like to thank, speaking of musical artists, you, the independent artists out there, for delivering that musical goodness like you always do, and for providing a constant amount of late night inspiration that hopefully we were able to give back to you out there in the same way. You know, like a two-way street, or like trees with oxygen. So keep up the great work with all your music, and just keep things going, man. Especially the way how the world's going nowadays. Keep that music coming. And speaking of people with late night inspirational ideas, we would like to thank our musical guest for this week, none other than Jason Klung, with his song Pet the Dog, that was featured during the intro for this week's edition of the Tuesday Night Special. And like always, Jason, keep up the great work, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to use that song to open up so many episodes of the Tuesday Night Special on a late night basis. And we can't wait to hear what you got coming down the tubes next. And finally, last but not least, we would like to thank you, the independent gamers out there, for delivering all those sweet, sweet video game hits and clips that we had a chance to mention during this week's show. And on a side note, we would also like to thank Indiecade as well for providing us with all the games we mentioned for well over 300 episodes for this show as well. And to both of you and to all the people out there creating games, keep the content coming, and we'll keep mentioning on this mic on a moonlit night. Mostly Tuesdays, but, you know, we branch out sometimes. And before anybody thinks we forgot, we would also like to thank the maestro, Dan the Weatherman Stu, the PR department, and especially our dad for allowing us to do this show for 300 episodes in the middle of his late night slumber. And I got a feeling I probably woke him up well over 300 times in the middle of the night. But for him, we say thank you as quietly as possible without waking him up. And I guess with everybody thanked, you guys out there, we go out. I'm DJ Smokey on behalf of the maestro, and especially all of you up-all-nighters, late-night drivers, insomniac TV and video game watchers and players, and especially along with them, you streetlight crusaders who's been celebrating alongside with us since episode 1 all the way till this tricentennial era entering moment, saying, born to be the host with the most. When it's on, space hose coast to coast. But most importantly, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we'll see you guys next week for another summer starting 3:01 in the morning edition of the Tuesday Night Special. But until then, go get some sleep. Thank you for watching, and good night, everybody.